Hello again, this is Teresa from the White Cat channel, and today I am bringing a recipe for those who cannot find pickling lime. I usually use pickling lime to make my shirataki noodles, but today I am bringing a recipe where I only use soda ash. And I made my own. It's very easy to do. You just take baking soda, bake it for a few hours, and then all the carbon dioxide and the moisture goes out, and it changes the chemistry of it, so it's got a nice high pH similar to the pickling lime, and it helps with the chemical reaction that is needed to make these shirataki noodles. So again, I am using soda ash today rather than pickling lime, and I'm going to make the plain shirataki noodles out of that. And this is the recipe, nice and easy. We have 1 cup of water, 2 tablespoons of glucomannan powder, and 2 teaspoons of soda ash. And I went ahead and mixed them all already. So everything's in here, and I'm going to pour it over the water. I already have a cup of water in that bowl. And then we're just going to whisk like we always do. We're going to whisk until it gets nice, firm gel. One thing you need to know about this recipe using soda ash, you will need to boil it longer because the taste from the soda ash seems to stay in a little bit more. And if you want a noodle that doesn't have much of any taste, you're going to have to boil it. And with that, it'll be a personal experience where you will boil it for at least 10-15 minutes and then check for the taste. One thing that will help is to change the boiling water. I know it's an extra step, but it will help you like these noodles with the soda ash much more. Otherwise it'll have a more of a harsh taste. Okay, that's nice and, let's see. I'll give it another stir or two. It doesn't hurt to stir it a little bit longer, but just don't stir it too much so that it's super firm. Otherwise it's hard to get out of the pasta press. And you might have to use a potato ricer, because that is made out of metal. And it's got a nice big lever that you can press to give more power to squeezing the noodles out. Okay, we got that in there. I always like to squeeze it to get it started, get the noodles coming out. And I'm starting to come, yep, there we go. And then I'll remind you, with all your utensils, go ahead and put the ones that have gel bits on. Go over to your sink and put some really hot tap water in here. That's going to help this clean up a lot better. And then also remember to not put those gel bits down your drain, because you don't want to plug drain. Just put them, strain them through a sieve or something like that, and then put them in the trash. So we're going to go over to the water that's boiling here. Okay, we got our pasta press over here by the water. We're just going to start squirting. You can leave them long and cut them later, or cut them off the end with a knife. Just like this. And I like to swish them around in the water. Don't like them to stick together. See the noodles forming. Just keep squeezing until it's all out. What you want to do, boil them, I would say at least 10 minutes for these ones, just to make sure the soda ash taste goes away. Go ahead and test them, and then you'll know how long you prefer to boil them. And again, when they're done boiling, you're going to take them over to the sink, rinse them off, and you can either cut them then or later. Otherwise, put them in a baggie or any kind of container with a lid. Put fresh water over them and store them in the refrigerator. I just wanted to show you real quick why I prefer to change the water, and ask that you do as well. I don't think it shows up as well on the screen here, but this water is very yellow, and that's from the soda ash taste coming out. And again, here it is. I put it in a new pot, so the water is nice and clear. So again, in the first boil, it was at least 10-15 minutes, and now I'm putting it in another pot of boiling water. Probably do another 10-15 minutes. I'll be back in a bit and show you what they look like and the texture, and I'll try to get a weight on them as well. Okay, I'm back. I double boiled these. Once in one pot of water for 15 minutes, and then another in another pot of water for about 10 minutes or so. And this is how they turned out. I'm quite pleased. It's got some good strength, and they're actually kind of a little more stretchy than the other originals with the pickling lime, but they're definitely noodles. It's up to you whether you want to dry fry these or not to make them a little stronger. The recipe is pretty good for the strength. And putting them in a recipe, I would highly suggest cutting them up to smaller pieces, because they are quite chewy, and you don't really want to be chewing that much per mouthful. I wouldn't anyway. So again, this was the recipe, and it turned out quite well with the soda ash. The 1 cup of water, 2 tablespoons of glucomannan powder, and 2 teaspoons of soda ash. Anyway, I will let you guys go, and hopefully enjoy it when you try it. And again, remember to do that double boil. It'll make them taste a whole lot better. When I tasted them, you know, there's barely any taste left after boiling them like that. Thank you. Bye.